Starting things off, it is going to be FlipSid on the attack here. Freedom Gaming on the defense. Starting it off, though, it looks like we are going to see a pretty spread out setup here coming out from Freedom. They've got 3 over towards A, 2 towards B. FlipSid, though, just sort of playing the poke game here, trying to find the early entry frags to kick this one off. FaZe, though, getting very aggressive here. He's going to go for the Harvey peek over mid. He gets the shot here. That's going to be a nice one onto Bean to start this one off. 4v5 in favor of FlipSid with a nice opening pick there from FaZe. Looking across, though, it is going to be almost a very passive retreat here coming out from Freedom. They're a little bit nervous after losing that opening pick. Now it's going to be up to FlipSid to close this one out. They have the advantage behind them. It's all a matter of what they can do to close out this 5-on-4 situation, but Freedom still turtling up on the defenses, trying to get that counter frag to even the numbers here, 4-on-4, but still, FlipSid, they're doing a great job of just trying to pressure the defense now into making yet another mistake, but FaZe, such a brilliant play, catching a player off guard, and they just weren't ready for that opening pick, and now looks like they are going to be slowly trying to work some more intel here over towards the A-bomb site. Snox going to be sitting in the A connector while FaZe plays on the other side, and it's going to be an interesting push here. It looks like they're going to go for some sort of a split. Vise and Dennis going to be working up the B tunnels here, trying to find an entry up towards B, but this could actually be a very nice setup considering how the defense is playing. They've done a great job of sort of spreading Freedom thin here to start off the game, but Rambo, he's definitely ready and waiting here for this A top peak. It's going to be up to Snox for the initial challenge here. 40 seconds, though, on the clock. It looks like FlipSid are getting ready to make their move. Dennis probably going to throw a fake here towards the B-bomb site. Now here comes the action, though. Nade's going to slow things down a bit. Vi still looking for the entry, but they're not going to be able to find anything here just yet. Now the rotation's going to be coming in, and it's going to be Kukon getting into some trouble. He goes down, and now it is going to be a 4-on-2 situation. Rambo gets one before going down to Snox, and it's going to be a 4v2. The bomb going down on the A-bomb side with just 15 seconds remaining here, guys. Now it's all about the retake for Freedom Gaming to try and have a chance at taking this first round back, but it's not going to happen. Dennis takes down one, and BotCons goes down to Snox, and that is going to be a very, very clean first round, Danny, to start off the day.
A shocking fake thrown from FlipSid. Both players camping in the A connector, forcing the rotate coming out from Freedom, and obviously the bomb carrier just, chilling around the base as you do. And what a fake being thrown from FlipSid. I did not expect that. I was actually assuming they were going to start off with an initial push, but nonetheless, though, Freedom looks like they're going to be stacking up towards this B long right now. They got one player in the B connector, 2 towards box room, but FlipSid looks like they may just be gearing up for a take. Rambo on that A top, looks like he's ready. Will probably have a quick rotation from CT as well. And here comes in the push. Nade's coming out. Initial kill comes out from Dennis. Nade's gonna go out as well. FlipSid, it looks like they may be hesitating.
Now they're going to be working their way in. Kukon, though, on the rotation, he's going to try and clean things up here, but he actually can't seem to spot any players just yet, so he's going to play the more passive position as FlipSid begins to rotate off and potentially work their way back towards the B-bomb side. But right now, things are looking pretty good for FlipSid. Once again, they retain this early 5-on-4 advantage. But BotCons, he's getting very aggressive in mid. He's going to try and catch these players off guard. The question is, though, is FlipSid going to be ready for this? And they are. 7 takes down BotCons. It's already going to be a 5-on-3. FlipSid maintaining their dominance here to start things off. But it's still not over yet. It's going to be a 3v5 as they work once again on the double fake here. They're going to be going back towards A. Vise, though, will go down. Now it's going to be a 4v3 here. Freedom doing a good job of keeping things within reach here in the second round, but still FlipSid, they do have that one-man advantage to work with, as it looks like they are going to go all in towards A here.
Yeah, BotCons. Wait, is that BotCons or Kukon? Oh, Kukon, yeah. Kukon in a great position here, right towards the ladder. Hopefully FaZe does flash it out, but it doesn't matter though. He is going to get picked up. FlipSid now going to go ahead and push up towards the site. Flash goes into CT. Spray down comes out from FlipSid. Bridge player is down, and now a 1v4 situation all up to Bean. Snox going to go ahead and peek out CT. Will get pop flashed out. Probably not a good idea to peek from CT, but it doesn't matter. And FlipSid going to be taking a second round on the board. This is the momentum I was looking for.
Definitely a great way to start things off, and it just seems like Freedom, they don't know how to rotate against these double fakes that FlipSid keeps throwing their direction, and I think this is actually a very smart decision coming out from FlipSid to really throw a lot of fakes their way, considering how slow this defense is rotating. This could turn out to be kind of a slaughter in favor of FlipSid right now.
I hope so.
Right now, though, starting things off, it is going to be much more passive approach here, as FaZe might actually try to charge into mid again. He's actually going to be playing a little bit more passive. He's got the AK now, playing the double doors here. Looks like Freedom, they're going back to their standard spread out setup here, looking for some sort of an entry frag, but so far, FlipSid has been the much more dominant team in grabbing these early round kills, but right now it is going to be KOWAI holding down the A connector. Vise and Snox, though, working their way aggressively up the B tunnels, looking for some sort of intel as to where these guys may be hiding on the B bomb side. But right now, Freedom, they continue to play more and more passive each round, and this is where FlipSid start to abuse this map control they've been given here. Maxim going to be playing around the corner, though. It's really going to come down to him and Bean to lock down this B bomb side hold. It's going to be Dennis, though, and Vise getting ready to lead the charge here into B. The smoke's coming out. It looks like they are ready for the take here.
Yeah, FlipSid gonna go ahead and execute onto bomb side. We've got one player still on headshot box. Looks like a double kill gonna come out from Freedom. Visor manages to pick off one. He does get tagged as well, though, down to 69 HP. Needs to get bomb control, but doesn't happen. And it looks like FaZe will go down, and now it's all up to Vise. 1v3 situation here. Will get flashed out, but doesn't seem to have affected him at all. Vise holding the angle here. 50 seconds left on the clock. He has time to work with. Will get a one-on-one towards headshot box, but it doesn't matter though. Looks like they're both grouped up, spraying through, and well, it doesn't matter. Gonna get picked up, unfortunately. 2-2.
It's going to be a very clean round, going the way of Freedom, and definitely a much-needed one to stall the momentum of FlipSid. If they would have started that 3-0, I think they may have just got enough to run away with it, but now Freedom, they're going to keep this one close. It's going to be 2-1 here, guys, as we go into round number 4. FlipSid looking to hold on the lead, but Freedom, this is their chance to tie it here already in round number 4 if they can step up their defense once again and hold off these early round frags here. But they definitely changed a little bit in FlipSid in that 3rd round. I feel like they should have continued to go for those aggressive fake plays, but now they seem much more concerned with sending almost everyone to one side and then a single player to fake the other. And this is where Freedom may have their chance to read into this strategy. But right now, KOWAI facing a lot of pressure here on A-top. Some heavy nade damage going to be thrown onto him. Now he'll be sitting right around half HP here. Now it's up to FlipSid to decide if they want to go back in on A or try and force a rotation here. Looks like they are going to go back towards B here. They throw some fake nades. The bomb's still sitting out towards the B tunnels here. KOWAI just playing a very passive position. He's afraid to actually challenge this A-long position, and this is where, once again, the passive play from Freedom Gaming is going to give FlipSid a little bit of map control to work with here before they actually commit towards a bomb site push here. FaZe, though, he wants this challenge, but KOWAI, he's not going to give it to him. He knows that FaZe could cause a lot of trouble here if he gets this opening frag. Still, though, it is interesting to see how passive these guys are playing on their Blacklist half. I was expecting a lot more aggression coming out from FlipSid, but they're still trying to play their pick game here. FaZe trying to put the pressure on A-long, but Dennis, he peeks too early. He's taken down, and now it's going to be a 5-on-4. And this is where things could turn right into favor of Freedom Gaming. FlipSid, though, they're still committed here towards the A-bomb side, but they have to be careful. KOWAI, he's playing in the corner here. He's going to spot ahead of Snox, too. He knows exactly where these players are, but 7 going to have us back there, takes him down for the trade. It's going to be a 4-on-4 now, but 7, they're going to rotate very quickly. But Bean, he's already on the flank here, but it doesn't matter. Vise takes him down, and now we're in a 4-on-3 in favor of FlipSid now as they take the advantage. But with 20 seconds on the clock, they're going to have to move very quickly here towards this B-bomb side. 7 going to be trailing, watching the flank here, but still they have to be careful. Maxim's on the back of sight, but it's not going to matter. He's going to have to come up big, though. He gets the double kill. Now it's going to be a 2-on-2. Maxim still trying to hold down the site. He gets a 3rd kill on the board, and now it's going to be FaZe all alone in a 1-on-2. And this is where he has to shine, but with only 5 seconds, he doesn't have time to plant the bomb here. It's going to be Freedom Gaming picking up their 2nd round with an incredible play here coming out from Maxim. That 3K was definitely the decider on that round.
Yep. Freedom Gaming reading the game very well, getting, I think it was Bean towards that B-long, getting the info and a very fast rotate coming out from Freedom, and that's going to put things 2-2 tied up on the board on FaZe now, pushing up towards this middle, probably looking to get some information once again in that connector, and it looks like we do have Freedom, well, double stacked in this B box room right now, one of them just peeking out, seeing if he can grab any information. 2 minutes left on the clock. Bomb moving over towards the A bomb site. We do have one player spotting towards B long as well at the back of double stack. And KOWAI in a really nice position here, right behind the box of AC. And but it doesn't look like FlipSid, or well, even Freedom Gaming are giving anything to work with right now. FaZe probably about to push up here with Snox. They're going to drop down on the other side of this box. I don't think KOWAI has any idea.
It's really an interesting situation here. I don't think either player knows how close they are to each other, but Kukon, he actually backs off. I think he actually might have heard FaZe up in the connector here, which is unfortunate for Snock's position, but they still haven't committed just yet. FlipSid, they're almost a little bit too slow at this point against Freedom here. They're giving them a little bit more information to work with before they push into these sites. Some nice nades going to hit onto bot cons, but still there's no commitment yet. But here, just as I say that, it's going to be the push onto A. Kukon gets one, but that'll be it before he goes down. And now it's going to be a 4v4 here as they push onto the bomb site. But it doesn't matter. Bot cons, he takes down two, but Seven and Vise answer back with one apiece here. And now it's going to be 2v2 as they still fight for control of this bomb site. Maxim, though, on the rotation here, coming out of the A connector. He's going to try and find Seven on A top here, but Vise is definitely in a great position to lock down these rotations. Bean, though, he is yet to be seen on this rotation here. He's almost stalling out and waiting for the plant, but it's going to be rotating in through mid now, it looks like, but it doesn't matter. Maxim goes down, and it's going to be Bean left in a 1v2 situation as FlipSid look to try and hold on and grab the lead right back once again. I think Seven actually spotted Bean on the plant, but with 20 seconds, they definitely need to be careful about losing this clock again, but it doesn't matter. They go for the double peak. Smart decision there, and they will keep themselves in the lead here, 3-2, Danny.
3-2, beautiful double peak coming out from the end from Team FlipSid, and yeah, 3-2. And I don't know if you know, Freedom are just sort of, you know, still trying to get warmed up here, but I don't know. I didn't quite expect to see this from Freedom. It looks like they're sort of, I want to say, floppy.
They do seem a little bit hesitant on their peaks. I think they just want to play an extremely passive global risk side, but just as I say that, it's going to be Maxim going for the challenge and winning it on B-Long. Kukon gets one towards A as well, and just like that, Freedom Gaming, that is the most aggressive round we've seen from them yet, and it pays off heavily in their favor. It's going to be a 5-on-2 now. Seven in Snox. They're going to have to come up with something beautiful to get this round back with Snox. He gets the double kill, make that a triple kill, and now it's going to be a 2v2 situation. Snox, he could be the hero that FlipSid needs at this point, but it's going to be Seven getting one before he goes down. Snox, he's going to have to pick up the quad kill and the round for his team to take this one home. Bean left in this 1v1 situation. It's going to be trouble here. Snox goes for the peek, but he hits the headshot. An incredible play coming out here. And Snox, he's definitely the hero for his team today here, putting it at 4-2 with 4 kills in that round.
Core players, I called it. Snox.
Snox just showing us what he's made of here.
Step up from him.
And
what a clutch.
That is just an insane play here. When you're in a 2v5 situation too, it's just got to be a huge sign of relief here for the guys on FlipSid and give them a huge boost of confidence now. 4-2 lead thanks to the 2v5 clutch there from Snox and Vise, but just some incredible performances here so far, guys. But Snox definitely the MVP so far of this game.
Most definitely, and now FlipSid taking it kind of slow on this one. Now keep in mind, the aggression that came out from Freedom was working. It did work up until they got obliterated by Snox, but nonetheless though, surely that should tell Freedom, you know, maybe you should try doing this a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel like Freedom, if they had backed off after those initial 2 kills, they may have not run into trouble, but then they went for the 1-by-1 challenge on the Snox, and he just completely shut them down here. But now this is where things could get a little bit scary for Freedom here. If they go down 5-2 this early in the game, FlipSid, they could have the momentum they need to push forward towards their first victory of the day here. But right now, it is going to be a 3-man stack here waiting for the A-long push. It's actually going to be Vise getting aggressive in mid, but he actually looks the opposite direction, but it doesn't matter. Snox picks up 2, make that a 3K. Oh my goodness, Snox does not want to lose this match at all. Vise coming in for 1, and here's the cleanup there from Seven. And that is a 5-2 lead here.
Snox is a monster.
They definitely look very, very happy with how things are going so far, guys. This is just an incredible force to be reckoned with here coming out from FlipSid, just showing complete dominance here, but Snox still continuing to go insane here in this first map.
We got a push headed over towards A-Long here from Team Freedom, and there we go. Dennis is going to be the first one to go down to Rambo, and well, right there, Freedom going to go ahead and back off here. Maybe going to contest. Fraze, though, does collect a pick onto Rambo, though. Should probably back off from this one. It is tied up 4-4. And let's see what Freedom do here. They have 1 player left on the B side, and everyone else still towards the A. So it looks like Freedom are sort of feeling this, you know, this sort of split 50-50 push coming out from FlipSid. They do know they like to throw out fakes. They will put 1 player up in CT. Just to spot, see what happens. Contesting towards A-Long here. Maxim will collect 1 kill onto Seven, and FaZe will go ahead and trade up onto bot cons.
Right now it is going to be left in a 3v3 situation here, but still FlipSid locking it down and keeping this one close, even in a round where they actually had a bit of a disadvantage to start this one off. But right now things just seem very well in favor of the guys on FlipSid, but just looking at how things have gone so far, Danny, what do you think Freedom really needs to do to bring this one back?
I feel as though Freedom either, because the aggression towards A.Long is somewhat working, but because they're giving individual one-on-ones or not double peeking, and not obviously, you know, utilizing their nades. Nades are probably one of the most important things in this game. I mean, as in any other game such as CS. Like, if they're not going to utilize their nades and use their flashbangs in order to get themselves kills, it's not going to work. And I feel as though they are ignoring mid too much. I feel as though they're not putting people in, you know, B connected to get info towards mid, towards A connected, towards BC, or even just some general mid aggression we need to see.
Definitely, and really just speaking more to that mid play, it showed even from the start. We saw FaZe, he just easily ran into mid, got over the Harvey jump into mid, and got that first pick because no one was there.
Yeah, this is what I got told. So the difference between FaZe and Seven doesn't play that aggressive on the sniper. Seven always tends to play laid back and let the, you know, more or less just let the people run into his scope and, you know, get the kills. Whereas FaZe does not care. FaZe is either hit or miss for him. He will push up, and if he gets the kill, great. If not, try again.
Definitely some great play coming out from them, but Freedom, they almost seem like they have a little bit of tension going on here. They're very, very much so getting dominated right now, and it's kind of interesting to see. We expected this to be maybe even a little bit closer. 5-2 start, though, in favor of FlipSid. Definitely a great way for them to have some confidence going into potentially one of their hardest matches. They're going to be playing the winner of Team WoW and Vici Gaming. Probably going to be a very hard match ahead for them as well, but if they can continue this kind of confidence in their play moving forward, I think they actually could be the team to take Group B here.
Most definitely, but I mean, keep in mind, we're talking about Vici and Team WoW. Vici, probably the best Chinese team here. I mean, I'm pretty sure they triumphed over AG, did they not, in CFCL?
Yeah, in the CFPL League for China,
totally.
they were the #1 team in the most recent season, and AG was only #3, so I think going into this one, Vici Gaming, they feel like they are the team to beat, but as we've seen so far, there's been some very, very close games. I know we tuned in a little bit earlier and saw some of Rue Legends versus AG, and that game is actually very, very close. So
that game surprisingly wasn't how I predicted it to be. I predicted it to be Rue Legends sort of, I won't say stomped, but sort of, you know, suffering a defeat. But I turned around, I look at the big screen, and they're leading. So, you know, I guess my predictions aren't going too well.
Yeah, it's definitely, in best of ones, like we said from the beginning, anything can happen, and that's really what we've seen so far. But now it's just a matter of what teams can do moving forward as well to keep those wins going their way. In the best of one, if you lose one, you really can't let that get at you. You have to keep fighting and realize that they do still have a second chance if they fall short here in the first round. And that's really where those lower bracket matches are going to be some of the most intense ones. I feel like it's going to show who is really the best under pressure.
Yeah.
All right, guys, and it looks like we are fixed with our issues here and ready to go back into the game here. We just had an issue with the player connections into the game, but it looks like we are just about ready to get things going here. But just taking a quick look at the scoreboard, it is 5-3 upon our return in the game. We did miss a round and a half or so there, but right now it's looking like Freedom Gaming, they do have a slight advantage here on the round in terms of HP, but it is still going to be an even 3v3. But just as I say that, it's going to be all down to Dennis, and he will fall here. And that's going to make it a 5-4 half. So still a very respectable finish for FlipSid. Not quite the spread that they were hoping for here, but still they will have that one-round advantage now going into their global risk half. And really with those last 2 rounds on the board, it kind of makes it anyone's here for the taking here. It's going to come down to Freedom if they can show us the same powerhouse aggression we saw from FlipSid on their attack side. But really just looking at that scoreline, Danny, what's your expectation now moving forward here?
I still want to stay with that 10-7. I mean, FlipSid have the momentum that they have. Like, you know, they have the momentum that they need. All they need to do now is keep calm, they know they're going to be, expecting pushes, etc., but they've got the hard part out of the way. They've got the pressure off their hands now. It's just about maintaining the confidence that they've created.
Now we'll see exactly what they can do here on their global risk half, guys. It's going to be FlipSid Tactics up 5-4 over Freedom Gaming as we hop right into the second half here. It's going to be up to Freedom to tie things off from the start. By FlipSid, they'll have a chance to push this one closer and closer towards a first victory for themselves here. Right now, though, it's going to be KouKan getting a little bit aggressive here, looking for a pick over towards B, but FlipSid, they're playing this one pretty passive. Snock's going to be boosted into the A connector, just waiting for someone to mistakenly peek him up that ladder. FaZe going to be scoping down mid, looking for someone through the double doors, but so far, Freedom, they're still very hesitant on these pushes across the map so far, but they actually have a 3-man stack getting ready to work their way into mid, but I don't think they realize that FaZe is going to be there in the back of mid waiting, and he's going to have a lot of information coming out from these peaks. And now 7 has rotated into position as well, and this is actually not going to be as sneaky as a play as Freedom hoped for. FaZe takes down 1. And just like that, Freedom, they're almost a little bit shell-shocked from that reaction coming out from FaZe. Now Snock's going to hop in and pick another. And now it's going to be a 3-on-5 here as FlipSid definitely start things off right here. But just as I say that, Rambo takes down 1 in the lower B tunnels, but KouKan runs into trouble as Vise takes him out towards B. Now it's going to be a 4v2 here. Rambo with very low HP, though, in this 4-on-2. It's really going to be up to BotCons to make the impact, but FlipSid, they look like they have exactly the position they need to take home a 6th round on the board for themselves. BotCons, though, we'll see what he can do here with Rambo. We've seen some crazier things happen so far already. But now it's going to be up to these remaining 2 players with 30 seconds to make this one happen for themselves. Right now, though, they're going to be running into some trouble towards B. Their position has definitely been given away. It's going to be Rambo, though, with a nice headshot on Devise, making it a 2-on-3, but still, FlipSid, they still hold the advantage, and now the pressure of the clock is holding on their shoulders as well. FaZe gets 1, and Snox will clean this one up, and just like that, the spread is starting to come back here in favor of FlipSid, Danny.
Yep, definitely. I don't know, I feel as though Freedom, once they got, picked off by FaZe in mid, I feel as though, I think it was KouKan who was over towards the B bomb site, committed. For no apparent reason, I feel as though he should have just backed off, grouped up 3 players, even though it was a 4v3, 5v3, it doesn't matter, they should have grouped up, not overcommitted, and, possibly tried taking A or taking a different route, or, allowing the timer to go down a little to apply the pressure.
And I think the big difference that I've noticed here as well is it seems to come down to just differences in timing. FlipSid seems so much more in sync with their timings on their executions and rotation. Freedom, they seem a little bit hesitant on it, and I think that seems to be their downfall here so far. We have a lot of situations where I've seen Rambo almost caught alone and waiting for someone to get to a position with him. But right now, FlipSid, they are exactly where they want to be here, guys. And now they are just 4 rounds away from closing their first victory of the tournament here. But still, Freedom, they have a chance to slow this one down, but they are still continuing to struggle on their blacklist half so far. Rambo already getting dinked down to just a sliver of health here to work with. And now, FlipSid, this is their opportunity to close another round on the board for themselves and continue to widen the gap of their lead here, guys. But it is going to be an intense finish here. If Freedom can try and find their way back into this one, they really need to step up their A game. And right now, though, FlipSid, they're actually playing a lot more passive this time around. They know they have the lead, and they're putting all of the pressure onto Freedom to make their move and potentially make a mistake in that process. Vi is going to be locking things down, though, playing the back boxes here on the B bomb side, but Bean, he's looking for some trouble here in the upper B barn, just trying to scout out onto this lower bomb side. KouKan as well, ready to explode out the mid double doors, but he's going to challenge 7, but he's not ready for that fight. 7 going to take him down. Maxim tries to trade, but doesn't even manage to get the trade out of it. He'll lose about half HP in the process as well. And now with 30 seconds, Freedom, they have ran down this clock almost a little bit too much to be safe. Vise picks up the double kill, but just as I say that, it's going to be BotCons and Maxim trading back with frags of their own, but it doesn't matter. Snox and FaZe will clean things up on the back of that B bomb side. And just like that, we see another sort of miscommunicated timing from Freedom. We saw 2 of the players move in, but the other 2 on the flank
boat that Freedom are in right now is so what Freedom, well, actually it doesn't matter, I'll let you know later. We got a push coming over towards the B bomb side here, and initial pick will go over towards Freedom. We've got a quick trade up, 2 more frags coming up for Freedom. Balcons and Rambo will get a pick as well. Rambo with a double, Snox manages to trade up, and it's now going to be a 3v1 situation here, all left down to FaZe. FaZe in the CT right now, bomb will go down. Maxim going to drop over into pit, and there we go, Maxim will go ahead and pick off FaZe. And that's going to make things 7-4. But yeah, what I was trying to say is Freedom Gaming are trying to run down the clock to put pressure on a team who are sitting comfortably. FlipSid are so far in the lead right now that I don't get why they are trying to apply pressure, but it doesn't matter though. Finally, Freedom Gaming deciding to push over towards this B long, towards the B bomb site. I think they might have spotted someone towards headshot box, but I'm not too sure. I don't think they did any damage whatsoever. Probably not. And now Freedom here gonna try holding that ground a little bit. 1 minute and 55 seconds left on the clock. We've got 2 players up in B connector here. Kukon actually did take a little bit of damage, but not so much going on. It looks like Freedom just sort of wanting to hold that ground and see what they can work with. See if FlipSid decide to overpeak.
Right now, we are going to see what Freedom do in that situation. They have control of the lower B tunnels. It's just a matter of where they want to try and run this bomb, but FaZe has already rotated over towards A here. It looks like Freedom just taking their time has actually sort of caught FlipSid a little off guard here. They're not sure where this push is going to be coming from, but right now, 7, he is in the key position here to really make an impact. 7 going to be the one that has to react if they decide to push out into mid here from the lower B tunnels, but we've seen what he can do in these situations. FaZe coming in for the nade support as well. They have caught on to these positions now, and it's going to be up to these players to really make the impact on the mid hole. Right now, though, some damage being dealt in the lower B tunnels. FaZe actually going to take the brunt of it there, going down under half HP, but it doesn't matter. He runs out with the deagle, gets 1. It's going to be traded off immediately from Kukon, but it doesn't matter. They're not ready for 7 to be there. It's going to be 1 kill going his way. Dennis picks up another. And now it's just all about closing this one out for FlipSid. 4-on-2. It's going to be Rambo and Bean here. Try and make things happen, but FlipSid, they are in a very, very confident place in this round right here. It's going to be Bean trying to find some vision from the lower B tunnels, but he knows he has to go for an aggressive peek to try and even up the numbers. Bean, though, he gets 1 on the Snox, but he takes a lot of damage in the process. Vise takes down 1, and it's going to be 7 cleaning up for the final frag of the round there. And that is going to be a very confident FlipSid team moving forward with an 8-5 lead.
Yep. I don't know, Freedom needs to apply pressure here. Freedom cannot allow the timers to run out because the game is not in their favor. It's 8-5 on the scoreboard here. They cannot afford to think that, yeah, we can apply pressure on a team who are, above them by 3 rounds.
Now this is really FlipSid's opportunity to put the nail in the coffin here. They have the momentum and Freedom. They've slipped up time and time again here throughout this matchup, and it's really just a matter of what these guys can do on Freedom to turn this one back in their favor. But FaZe, he gets the opening pick in mid. It's going to be Maxim going down. Now the 5v4 sits in FlipSid's advantage. Once again, FlipSid continuing to dominate these early round entry frags here, but it's not over yet. Freedom has a chance to respond. It's going to be Botcons taking down Snox to even things up now. 4v4. Dennis still waiting for this push out of mid, though. It's not going to happen just yet. HP advantage, though, across the board. Not really sitting too much in favor of either team at this point, but with just 1 minute and 25 seconds to make their move, Freedom is once again making this a dangerous game on the clock here, but it looks like they're going to be working their way now into the B tunnels. All 4 players will be working their way to challenge Vise here, but Vise, he still hasn't gone down yet, but finally will go down to the gun of Botcons, who picks up a double kill. Dennis trades with 1. It's still going to be a 3-on-2 advantage for the post plant in favor of Freedom Gaming here. 7 in FaZe, though. Definitely some confident players in clutch situations, so they could still win this one out. They're going to have a very powerful retake here, guys. A nice flash, though, comes out. 7 going to check the corner. Botcons, though, and Bean will take him down. Rambo comes in for the cleanup. Freedom gets a much-needed round there up on the board.
Yep, much-needed round that coming up from Freedom. I'm happy to say, well, I'm glad that they decided to double peek that. You do not want to be giving on, you do not want to be giving players one-on-one situations like that, and it looks like they will be getting aggressive towards B, and FaZe, this is what he does best, peeks towards that B along with the sniper, will land the initial pick there onto Kukon, and that's going to be the early 5v4 situation in favor of Team FlipSid. And now keep in mind, I wouldn't expect FlipSid to put in that type of aggression. I mean, they are in the lead by 2 rounds, but still, applying pressure like that is just going to make Freedom crumble more and more and more.
Right now it is going to be Freedom with all of the weight on their shoulders here in this round. FaZe continuing to be a big threat with those early round picks. And now it's going to be up to Freedom to win out in a 4-on-5 here, but the challenge comes from lower B. Maxim, though, is going to get a nice window peek there onto FaZe to even it up in a 4-on-4 now. It's going to be all about 7, though. He's going to hear some players in the B tunnels, but he doesn't manage to connect onto anyone just yet here, guys. Vise is looking for trouble here, though. Maxim going for the peek out a window, though. Won't be able to connect the headshot, but still Freedom once again continuing to pressure the clock here and really force FlipSid to try and make the first move. Right now, though, Freedom once again seeming to be favoring B-side pretty consistently here on their blacklist half, but they don't want to be too predictable. FlipSid, they might be able to catch on to this, but Vise, he gets a nice headshot peek. He gets the double kill. He's still looking for more, though, and he's going to put a ton of pressure on these remaining players. Rambo getting taken down to just 1 HP, and it's going to be a 2-on-3 here for them to try and win it back here on the side of Freedom. They do have bomb side control, but it's really going to be up to Bean. Rambo with just 1 HP leaves it all on Bean's shoulders in this 2-on-3 situation. The bomb's still yet to be planted as well, but it's not going to matter. Snox comes in. Rambo with 1 HP. If he could somehow do it, it would be an incredible feat here, but Snox and Dennis both looking for the shutdown frag very eagerly, but Rambo with 1 HP. He's already got 1 kill on the board. If he can somehow clutch this in a 1-on-3 with 1 HP, it would probably be one of the most crazy things
we will definitely see that in the highlights, most definitely.
But it won't happen, guys. Snox going to seal the deal there and put them onto match point, guys. 9-6 going to be the score. FlipSid Tactics up by 3, and now they have the potential to close this one out here.
Yeah, they definitely do, and I wonder how they're going to do it. Are they going to go for that aggressive peak like FaZe did initially in the previous round? And it looks like they may just do that. I think we're going to be seeing a boost up in A connector. Yep, we will be seeing a boost up in A connector there, and Freedom setup right now kind of split 3 towards mid. Occasional player looking over towards B and 1 player towards A as well. Looks like FlipSid will get aggressive towards that A long. FaZe will collect the initial kill onto Maxim, and that's going to be early 4-on-4 situation as Bean will collect the trade up onto FaZe. Looks like they will be facing off in A connector as well. Snox there towards A long will get picked up by Bean, and this could be an A execute possibly.
They want to close this one out, but they are running into trouble. Botcons, now it's going to be Dennis all alone in a 1-on-3, but it's not going to matter. Botcon stepping up big here for Freedom, and that'll put a 7th one up on the board here for the guys on Freedom Gaming. 9-7, though, going to be the score here, guys. Very, very close game, but still, FlipSid, 2 more opportunities to win this without the risk of OT.
Yeah, so now I think at this point, FlipSid need to realize, okay, FaZe did get the initial pick, but he got instantly traded up. Freedom are starting to, adapt to FlipSid's playstyle here, regardless of whether they expect it or not. They are starting to adapt to it. And right now, I think their best option is just going to be hold your ground and possibly stack a site and, hope for the best.
It looks like they are going to be sitting pretty favorably towards B on the side of FlipSid Tactics. It looks like they're hoping it is going to be a B push, and it does seem that Freedom consistently wants to take this B bomb side, so it's definitely a confident decision here coming out from FlipSid. Vise, though, looks for the early challenge onto Rambo, but won't be able to connect any shots here just yet. Vise, he still wants this fight, though. He wants Rambo to go for the repeat, but Freedom once again showing us some hesitation in the late portions of these rounds, but it's going to be Vise taking down Rambo with a very nice headshot there, guys. It's going to be 5v4 in favor of FlipSid as they look to try and close this one out 10-7, and they are 4 players away from making that a reality here, guys. Maxim and Kukon, though, aggressively looking for that counter frag, but they just can't seem to find it. Maxim, he wants this player to peek him from window once again, but this time around, FlipSid won't be making that mistake here. Now the rotations are coming in. Kukon working his way back towards B here with Maxim. They're going to go for the challenge on 2-7 here. It's going to be a very close situation, though. The clock's starting to run down here, guys. 50 seconds for them to make their move, but Freedom, they have decided to go right into the trap, though. They're going to be going for the B bomb side push. Dennis, he's already around the corner waiting for this to happen. It's going to be up to him, but FaZe gets the initial pick there. It's going to be a very tough situation now for Freedom Gaming to recover. Botcons with just a little bit of HP. FaZe, though, misses the peak. It doesn't matter. The pressure is still on the side of Freedom Gaming to make their move. 25 seconds, and it looks like FlipSide may have Freedom exactly where they want him here, guys. It's going to be a 3v5. Maxim, he wants to push. He knows he has to at this point. There's only 20 seconds. FaZe, he's still alive on the bomb side, but Dennis peeks out, gets one. Now it's going to be a 2-on-5 situation, but it doesn't matter. Buys and Dennis close it out, and there you have it, 10-7. It's going to be FlipSide Tactics taking their first match of the day here, guys. Over
a beautiful performance coming out from FlipSide, and for once I can say my prediction was great. My prediction was spot on, 10-7. I mean, even though you hinted towards it as well, there we go. FlipSide, your winners of of the match against Freedom. So we will be seeing them in the winners match of Group B, which should be shortly today.